Hello, welcome back. Guess what? We're getting ready to go back old school. I've got a brand new Weber kettle. This is the GBS package, so this has a whole bunch of extras in it I'm going to show you guys. We're going to do a little unboxing and setup, do an initial cook on it, and give you my first thoughts on this grill. You know what? Sometimes it's just good to get back to your roots and get back to basics. No power, no gas, just charcoal and good old-fashioned grilling out and cooking. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down there and check this out. Now before we open this box, you know you got to have your grill oil before you go to assembling any kind of grill. Assembling products without the proper lubrication is just not natural. So let's get started. First, I'm going to show you guys what comes in this box. Big piece of cardboard, good for targets, pattern in your shotgun. Instruction manual, yes, we will be reading the instructions. Assembly guide, yes, we will be reading the assembly guide. Some recipes and stuff like that. Alright, here are the charcoal grates. We'll show you what to do with these here in just a few minutes. There's the lid. We got the slate colored one, which is really nice. Got the high capacity ash catcher and vent assembly. Goes up underneath the grill. And a bunch of the hardware and pieces, parts we're going to need. Handles, heat shield, hardware, some more hardware, a bracket, hubcaps for the wheels, ash catcher pot, and of course the vent assembly. This is the bottom of the grill with the vents. You see the new P slots in there. This is to give you a little bit more airflow. Heavy duty, good grief. This thing's over half the weight of the grill in the bottom. This thing's definitely very thick, enamel coated grill. I mean, that thing's made out of stuff like a 55-gallon oil barrel. I'm not kidding you, that thing's heavy. For what it is, a lot heavier than I thought. Wheels, legs, these are a little lightweight, but I'm sure they do the job or they wouldn't be in there. Lightweight aluminum. And these are the grates for the gourmet barbecue system. Take off the little foamies, protect it during shipping. This is your warming rack for up top. The grate is very heavy duty chrome. It's got the little flip up access so you can get to your charcoal to add more or whatever, and a removable centerpiece for putting in like a cast iron griddle or accessing a vortex accessory or something like that. Bottom grate, a little bit of a shelf that holds all the legs together. The charcoal grate, and the neat little deal that holds the lid when you're not using it or when you have it open. Alright, time to assemble. I swear I just heard somebody ask that's watching this video, is he really going to sit there and assemble this whole grill in this video and make us watch it? No. I'm going to assemble it off camera and then tell you how long the assembly process took, how difficult it was, if there's any issues, difficulties, or anything like that. So, with the magic of YouTube, alright, we've got this dude together. One of the things I really like is I love this lid catcher, but you do have to spin it a little bit to the side so the air vent handle doesn't hit. Assembly would have took about 20 minutes, but I was missing one screw. The screw right here that holds this plastic handle piece on so you can move the grill when it's hot. That screw was missing. Not a big deal. Being a typical guy, I got about 8 million screws in the garage. I just had to go find one. Something to point out, mine has a little chip out of the porcelain right here, right out of the box. I saw this when I was taking it out, but upon closer inspection, it's got a little chip out of the porcelain. But I really don't think that's a big deal because with all the cooking and grease and heat and just generally staying dry, I don't think that could rust if it had to. One thing to show you that wasn't super clear in the instructions, this piece that has your damper adjustment arm in it, you slide this piece over through the groove and these 3 tabs right here snap in under the leg supports. Alright, a couple more thoughts. I really like the warming rack. It's nice and you can put it pretty much wherever you want. It's heavy duty. It can support a lot of weight. Really strong, sturdy stuff, which I like. The center grate is removable, so you can get to your charcoal baskets, put a skillet in here or whatever else you want to do. The charcoal baskets can be moved to the side for indirect cooking. You could use one or both, doesn't matter. and the ends of the grates still open so you can get to the charcoal baskets to refill them. A couple of things that I really like about the Master Touch is I love the way you can adjust the air vent from that little handle very simply, increasing your temperature or decreasing your temperature. And I also really like the little ash catcher. So when you're done, those air vents actually act as a cleaning system. Just move it back and forth and it'll dump all of your ash down into this pot where you can dispose of it. That position opens just the little lobes of the P slots. So if you're new to barbecuing with solid fuel, like charcoal or wood, controlling your air is how you control the temperature in your cooker. All right, let me get this mess up and we'll go ahead and get it heated up, burn all the oils off, and do the first cook. I like using a charcoal chimney to start up my charcoal. This is not my first charcoal cooker. And one of the really cool things about the Weber Master Touch is it came with fire starting material, the French and Spanish version of the instruction manual. Little kinks for charcoal going in there. Time to fire it up. Now, a lot of you guys might not know the original story behind the Weber Grill Company, and I'm going to tell you that in detail at the beginning of the next video in this series. I'm going to put a link to that as soon as it's done up there in the cards. Something else most people don't know about the Weber Grill Company is that Kingsford Charcoal is actually kind of related to Weber and also has a connection with Henry Ford. So we'll have that full story at the beginning of the next video on the Weber Master Touch Kettle Grill. It's all ready to go. Dump that in there. We're just doing some fish tonight, so nothing too fancy. One of the things you definitely need to have is one of these charcoal rakes. And don't forget, as usual, links to everything used in this video are in the description below. Now let's heat them up. Got the vents open wide on both the intake and the exhaust. While that's heating up, I'm going to go get the fish ready. We're cooking some spade fish that we caught in another video that you can find on the channel if you've hit that subscribe button. We've had a couple killer spade fish trips, and these things are great eating on a grill. One thing I'm going to do on this first cook is I'm going to take olive oil and brush it on the grates to try to get them to be at least a little bit non-stick. With just that single layer of charcoal, we're already up to about 425, 430 on the thermometer. Definitely needed to let it go for a little bit, kind of burn off some of those initial oils that grills come with. You'll notice one accessory that's not on this grill yet. No grill is complete, in my opinion, unless it has grill grates on it. We will be adding that to this grill as soon as possible. Now our fish is just a nice, simple spade fish. This was caught offshore Virginia Beach. We've had a couple great spade fish trips, and this stuff is awesome. Best way to cook fish is hot and fast over direct heat. So that's why we're doing it this way, if you're wondering. Put it right smack over those coals and see how she goes. In just a couple minutes on that first side, it's going to get it started. It has literally only been a couple of minutes, and you want to flip fish early. One of the worst things you can do is overcook fish. So flip the first fish, the first flip pretty early, then you won't have to worry about that. And I'm really surprised this isn't sticking, which is pretty cool. A couple more minutes, we'll be good to go. Now the little pieces are going to cook a lot faster than the bigger pieces, so we probably need to get those on off of there. It's been just about another minute. Look at that, it's beautiful. Don't fall apart, baby. That is a couple of really nice spade fish shoulders right there. Now one of the things the Webers can do is if you shut the airflow off on the top and on the bottom, the charcoal ought to go out by itself, so you'll save money on charcoal and be able to use what's left on your next cook. Here's a little post-grill footage. That's what it looks like on the inside after closing off the air. It took maybe 45 minutes, and this thing was really cool to the touch. Pretty much out. I would have felt comfortable rolling this into the garage at that point after about 45 minutes of having the air off and the coals basically snuffed out. Look at that's right much of that charcoal left for the next cook. So final thoughts and first impressions on the Weber Master Touch. Nice charcoal grill. You can certainly cook just about anything on this grill. I like the way the hoop holds the lid instead of hanging it off the side by a silly little clip. I like the grates, they're pretty nice. I like the way it manages airflow, and I like the way it handles the ash. The warming rack is really a nice touch. It definitely needs the grill grates added, and you'll be seeing those soon. I have them on order. I'm definitely having a lot of fun cooking on this thing. There's certainly some room for improvements, and in doing some research on accessories and modifications of this grill, I made a little discovery. There's actually a competitor grill of this product that you'll be hearing about very soon as part of this series. And just as a teaser, I'll tell you their initials are SNS. Links to everything down in the description below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down there and the bell icon so you don't miss more videos like this one. We'll see you next time. It seriously needs the grill grates. It's an ambulance. Better let that pass.